Hey, Bishop Jakes, how are
What's
you?
up, man?
Man, it's so good to see you.
It's better to see you. How you doing? Looks like you're out in the sun.
So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin.
People, grab a seat. We're going to go right into the newest celebrity scandal that has people talking. The well-known clergyman Bishop T.D. Jakes is in the news due to speculation about his abrupt resignation from the pulpit. But hold on, it gets more juicy. There's a shocking link to none other than Diddy Combs, a major figure in hip-hop. Is this the true cause of Jake's unexpected resignation? Get ready to discover the astounding reality behind this story as it develops.
Some of the biggest monsters are right in front of your.
Recent revelations about a lawsuit involving music tycoon Diddy Combs and Bishop T.D. Jakes have rocked both the ecclesiastical and entertainment industries. Combs allegedly tried to use his relationship with Jake as leverage to get out from under a slew of legal issues. Folks, hold your horses. We stress that these assertions are yet unsubstantiated and are under court review. As Jake states it, "You give it to this man, and I will not use this sacred day and this sacred pulpit to address a lie when I have the opportunity to preach a truth in front of the congregation." However, was that a ploy to get the crowd to donate more cash? Or was that sincere? However, the narrative deepens even further in light of recent Combs-related events. Two of his lavish homes have been raided by federal officials as part of a comprehensive probe into claims of sex trafficking.
Just last week, federal agents raided two homes of rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Combs is the subject of a federal investigation.
Homeland Security teams raided Combs' opulent homes in Miami and Los Angeles to collect evidence for a Southern District of New York inquiry. It doesn't stop there either. As the cameras rolled throughout the raid, Combs' own boys were caught in the gunfire and momentarily imprisoned, capturing the dramatic scene for all to witness. Doesn't truly understand what's happening. Combs, who was once the height of hip-hop fame, is now entangled in a web of legal problems. He has been the target of numerous legal lawsuits alleging him of horrific crimes like sex trafficking and cruelty. The music business is reeling from the impact of these damaging accusations, and his empire is on the verge of collapse. But in the middle of the maelstrom, Combs insists he is innocent and refutes every charge. He says it's enough on social media. "I didn't do any of the horrible things that are being accused." But as time goes on, his once golden legacy becomes more and more tightly wound, causing everyone to wonder, will justice win out, or will his celebrity protect him from responsibility? So grab a seat, my dear viewers, and join us as we take you on an engrossing journey into the core of this developing celebrity scandal. Speaking of the core of the issue, let's take another look at the complex network that encircles Bishop T.D. Jakes. It all began with a shocking TikTok video that went viral on social media. Not only did users who only named expose link Diddy to a network of sexual wrongdoing, but they also thrust Jakes into the public eye. The roots of Jake's enterprise have been undermined by allegations of his involvement in scandalous parties and illicit affairs. Furthermore, the appearance of Cassie, Diddy's ex-wife and Jake's suspected paramour, as a crucial witness only serves to fan the flames. However, how exactly does Jake and Diddy get along, and how far down this rabbit hole does this go? As internet detectives examine every scrap of evidence, including cryptic emails and embarrassing recordings, conjecture is common. The term power bottom echoes throughout the internet, implying a hidden realm of immorality and trickery. Thus, he is currently producing.
So now what he's doing is he's making the Christians look real bad right about now.
As the debate develops, it's impossible to ignore the question of whether these obscene stories are true or just the result of someone's overactive imagination. Jake's fans are left to question and find it hard to believe him, as his unwavering denials just help to heighten the mystery. Furthermore, the stakes for the bishop are higher than ever with the threat of legal action. However, the drama is far from over. There have been new claims that link Jakes to acts of coercion and sexual abuse. A young man has come forward with horrifying allegations of abuse at the hands of the revered preacher. His identity is yet unknown. The carefully constructed facade of piety and purity is in danger of collapsing in the wake of the news that Jakes reportedly preyed upon a defenseless youngster. With the increased attention, Jake is engulfed in a tornado of rumors and controversy. His ministry, which was previously prospering, is now under threat from the growing murmur of treachery and exploitation. Jakes has to face the risk that his empire could fall apart due to its own secrets, especially with the threat of legal action approaching. However, in the midst of the confusion, competing narratives surface, keeping the general public in the dark. On the one hand, the revered pastor's ardent followers fiercely refute all charges, maintaining his innocence in the face of hardship. Sarah Johnson, a longtime parishioner, argues that Bishop Jakes is a man of honesty and goodness. These accusations are nothing more than fabrications made to damage his character. However, despite the ardent defense, incriminating data and insider information provide an incredibly different picture. Images and videos appear on the internet showing Jakes with seen Diddy's entourage during the iconic parties hosted by the moguls. There are questions about Jakes' involvement with these events, since they are supposedly unusual and pornographic. In the midst of all this excess and celebration, what on earth was the acclaimed pastor doing? Bishop T.D. Jakes is someone I can love, but I can also call him out or say what the hell we think. That does nothing more than add to the scandal's mystery. There are many unanswered questions about his relationship with communications and the real nature of their exchanges. Was Jake just an innocent bystander who got sucked into a web of immorality? Or does his attendance at these gatherings suggest a darker relationship? Whatever the response is, one thing is certain. The aftermath of the controversy has dealt Jakes once a terrible damage. His unquestionable reputation has been damaged by the accusations of improper behavior along with hard proof of his involvement in communications. After the dust settles, Jake is faced with the difficult challenge of reconstructing his broken legacy in addition to battling the law. But is this a consistent pattern of behavior? 10 years ago, Bishop T.D. Jakes encountered a different crisis that was more personal in nature. Let's go back in time to that time. His son Jermaine Jakes unexpectedly became well known for the wrong reasons. After being accused of indecent exposure, Jermaine became engaged in a scandal that shocked the community. The younger Jakes exposed himself to undercover vice investigators at Keith's Park. According to sources from CBS 11 News, the arrest warrant affidavit's vivid disclosures present an unsettling image of inappropriate behavior in a public setting. Jermaine's contact with law authorities, with his pants unbuttoned and his deeds obvious, signaled the beginning of a terrible chapter in the Jake Stanley story. While the general public processed these disclosures, conjecture over the wider ramifications for Bishop P.D. Jakes intensified. Could there be underlying problems in the Jakes family dynamic that are causing this incident? And given that the bishop himself is now the target of accusations of impropriety in addition to his son, it begs the question, is there a pattern of wrongdoing hidden beneath the surface? How are you going to organize your house when his isn't? Look, my friend, but let's not get carried away. Even while there is no denying the similarities between the father and son, it's important to proceed cautiously in the rumor mill. After all, Jake's family is just one among many families who experience hardships. However, the pastor's prior problems in the eyes of the public add yet another level of complication to an already complicated story. This situation clearly seems suspicious. With each new development, the plot becomes more intricate, ranging from the explosive claims about Bishop T.D. Jakes' ties with seen Diddy Combs to the unsettling events involving his own son. And in the middle of all the confusion, it's impossible not to worry what other sinister secrets this powerful religious leader may have. But let's return our attention to seen Diddy Combs, the man of the moment. The once unstoppable music entrepreneur now finds himself entangled in a web of legal troubles, with government raids on his lavish homes and a litany of charges circling around him. A lawsuit involving Cam's son Christian and an unsettling episode of alleged sexual assault on his father's yacht has come to light recently. Grace Omarque filed the claim, accusing Christian of sexual assault, harassment, and causing mental distress while on a trip that Puff Daddy personally arranged. By Omarque's story, she was a steward aboard the yacht, tending to guests' needs during an after-hours party that turned chaotic. Christian Combs allegedly singled out Omarque during the celebration and revelry, forcing her to take drugs and making unwelcome advances on her. The unsettling claims present a dismal image of the Combs family's involvement in a filthy, multi-generational affair.
I'm looking at Rev ain't got his house in order, and his boys is like that. They should be a product of him.
What does Diddy's future hold, though, in light of these growing scandals? There are many rumors regarding the music mogul's whereabouts, including rumors of upcoming lawsuits and damaged reputations. Some people think that Diddy's once untouchable business would fall apart in the wake of these serious charges, while others think that his notoriety might protect him from responsibility. One thing is for sure, despite the polarization of public opinion, Diddy and his complex web of scandal are in the public eye. As we come to an end of this captivating exposé, we cordially encourage you, dear audience, to participate in the discourse. What do you think about the claims circulating regarding the communications between Sean Diddy and Bishop T.D. Jakes? Do you think this sensational story is more complex than it first appears? Make your voice known by leaving a comment below. Until we speak again, keep your ears and eyes open for the most recent buzz, and until the next time, always keep an eye out and an ear out for the newest developments in the realm of celebrity and wealth.